It is nice to hear that same theme for this opening, but for that, it'll probably be my last, or I don't know, I might even come back here later on. I don't know. I don't know. But with that happening, this video is pretty much just determining whether, or it's pretty much just saying, well, goodbye, Happy Dungeons, I guess, for now. Well, until it shuts down. Because, well, all of you should know by now that this game is going to completely shut down from Xbox. Xbox sends a message to everybody, I'm pretty sure, who has at least touched the game of this, or they've touched Happy Wars, which is related because it's the same company. But with that happening, I guess I'm gonna kind of give a review on this. I'm gonna give my opinion about everything that has happened for this, my history, my problems, my ratings. I guess a critic review. I don't know. But this game has been a complete blast for me and for everybody else that has played it who knows how to play it alright. And I'll get to that later on for what I mean. Happy Dungeon service ending June 12th, 7 a.m. 2019 UTC. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure it's 7 hours away from Pacific Standard. Oh, and that's another thing. You only get jewels this time, every single time you log in because, well, the game's shutting down, so they might as well give you something. For everything that I have done here, it's been just such a fun time doing everything. I'd say that from the start of the entire game, everybody was so into it. I don't know when was the release. Let me search it up. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in November, but all I can remember is that everybody used to do this thing where they'll be like, oh, if you can switch your like date and time or place to like Hong Kong or something, you get the like thing early. September 12th, 2017? That's the launch trailer. Well, it's August 10th. It doesn't really, I don't know. It's somewhere in 2016 or 2017. But all I can remember is that when this game has been completely released, everybody was so into jewels and the tickets for Happy Wars. I don't know why, but I guess it's just because, well, people are just completely greedy and they would like take anything for free. Especially since they think that if you have better gear, that makes you a better person in wars, but it really isn't that way because some people just tend to have completely terrible internet. Shield huggers, whatever you just want to call them, I don't even do that anymore. But the problem I had with that is that there weren't that many things that you could have gotten from these happy cards right here. Using the happy jewels, you know, the same old like 200 every single time, except they're cut off by 10 right here. This deal isn't really worth it. I don't know what is it with them trying to make discounts on this, but it isn't even that good. I mean, like, for instance, and then you have this as well, the Happy Card Free Passes, which you always got, which you never should have used until there was something else that was really good for you. And then you have the Light, which completely didn't even give out anything, but it did appear good for everybody else when this first came out. And then you go back over here to the Happy Card Free Passes, and this, yeah, I guess it was worth it. I'm pretty sure you had to spend jewels in order to get this, or money. I don't remember, but it wasn't really that good to start off with when it first came out. You'll get stuff like this, all stuff that was premium except for this. I'll call this super premium, alright? So you have these, I don't know why are they silver, they were golden wars, I don't know why did they do that. But right here you have these premium stuff that you really couldn't even do that much with, like max HP 5, fear effect, all this type of stuff. And for some reason I have this thing where the only thing I can remember is Snowman Crusher Snowman rate down. I think it was because Wolfen Plays first played this when it first came out. But something happened, I don't know what is it. Well, whatever. But all this stuff that you would get, oh man, it wasn't even that good to start off with. And the thing that kind of just bugged me about these jewels in general is that if you look over here, and you could put attention. Oh, oops. Whenever you do this, you can go right here. It goes rarity rate per card. 2% for a legendary, 8% for a super premium, 90% for the rest. And then epic item rarity rate when you purchase a 10 plus pack, whatever. So whenever you just get a regular 1 pack, it will be that statistic value right there on the top. And whenever you get the 10 pack, this is what happens. You have a 98% for super premiums and a 2% for a legendary. Now, it may seem good right there, but as you realize, way back then it was kind of hard to earn happy jewels. I mean, unless if you weren't able to completely do the story quest from Hero all the way to Insane, it pretty much wasn't like a good thing. Because when you do this, what is this? Oh, that's the last one, huh? Whenever you do this, it shows enemy drops and then you have like the item levels, whatever. But whenever you complete these missions on these type of difficulties, it will either give you 5 to 15 happy jewels, but that was completely hard to do it on Death and in Insane, especially Insane when it first came out, because the gear that we had wasn't really that good. But overall, the campaign was completely beautiful to play. It was really nice, and then I'm pretty sure we had this as a later, like, map to come in. I remember this with the Dancer, Singy Reller, man, the Brutes, and then we had Adults Don't Get It, and then later on we had to completely finish the campaign after the Infinite Dungeons came out. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to wonder why. And then you have these type of deals right here, which I guess it increases your value, but some people just have bad luck, I guess. And another thing too, a lot of people tend to, I guess, pay to like try to get their stuff in this game, which is completely stupid. I don't know why would people do that. If you were to spend $1 upon this game, the game will completely give you like an extra boost to what you gain in levels. I cannot seem to find my thing. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, what was it? It was like I have a bronze member pass, whatever was it, I don't know. Well, I can't really find it, but apparently if you spend $1, you get a bronze pass, which is like 10% to your extra like XP value. If you get like a silver, it's like 20, gold is 30 or something. Platinum apparently is like 50. I don't even know if that exists. But having that said, I just still, why would you even do that? It doesn't really make any benefit for you to do that, and if you're still doing it now, I don't know what is wrong with you. Having this 2% for a legendary and a silver star super premium just for 8%, let's just look at that really quick. All these items, legendaries, oh man, they have all these, which I'm pretty sure are not evolvable. Half of these things really aren't that even, just, they're not even good, I guess. And the worst part about this is that here's what the math is. You have a 2% chance to get a legendary, alright? And you look at all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, 15 rows. And then you have sets of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess 14 and a half, almost. So you have 14 times 15. And then that's one out of that total value of what you're actually going to get with a 2% chance of getting it. So a 2% chance. With that, you have a 1 out of whatever that number is to get what you want. That is just extremely low and ridiculous. I don't know why would they do that. And later on they did, like, I guess fix it. They decided to put like the different classes right here. But it's still kind of a problem because you still have the weapon, the shield, which apparently could go on mages for some reason. I don't know. But I mean, it does help, but whatever. You have the armor, you have the helmets, and then the accessories, which that doesn't count. What am I saying? Just these 4 categories, I guess, of just getting whatever you want for a specific class, but it's still too difficult. But the items you get are completely worth it if it works out for your class, and it really is just astonishing, huh? I mean, you have these special abilities that come with skills, energy gather, which was not worth it for me, to be honest. That reminds me, with the item shop right here, you know, the jewels that you get, that you purchase items. But one thing that completely pissed people off wasn't this. It pretty much wasn't that. I don't know, where is it? Item set, yep, here we go. You have these sets right here that people just overlooked at, and it was just too popular and too risky to get. What had happened was that when you look at this, it was the complete set that you get when you look at the title screen thumbnail of the game. Right here's the cleric, and right here's the mage. Beautiful, right? But the problem is that when you go right here, it goes Seekers Nesteros A. I guess that's Alpha, or I don't know. And you get these items right here, but the problem was that you weren't able to evolve this at all. You were only able to go up to level 70. I fell for it, but what I had to do was that I went for this one instead because I wasn't really sure. Because I had the weapon, and that was the only thing I cared about, the weapon. And then I realized that I made a complete mistake, and some other people didn't realize that as well. And for those that did, they just, I don't know what was wrong with them. They just decided to do it, and I guess they just didn't believe the other people that warned them about it. And they fell for it, and then they complained, which I don't know why. It was your fault. You shouldn't even be saying that. They have items for, like, consumables, customizations, which really were nice. I'm surprised that they put more effort into this other than Happy Wars, which I really just don't get. Moving on to the minions now. I know that was a completely hard time to just get all the information. These minions were completely useful for me. Now, back then, you have to get minions like this, which nobody really, like, I guess, knew the power that they have. Remember just getting only these, and then people figured out that the luck increases the amount of items that you can get in any single dungeon. And what I had to do was that whenever you get these little common ones, it would only stack up to 10. These would stack up to like 70 or 90 or something. I really don't know. I guess 50? I don't remember. Then getting these minions, everybody else had to figure it out. I don't know how did they do it, but they're just lucky, I guess. And you had the Bloodlord, which is my favorite because of the design, which is the final character in this game. To make goodbye, and all of this, it's just, yeah. And then you were able to evolve them by getting these specific type of elemental minion upgrades. Like right here, you have fire, lightning, wind. Where's the next one? Snow. That's just it. Really nice, but it was just a pain how you had to completely just take all that time to find everything. And what kind of annoyed me the most is that you would have these things called Human Revulsion, Goblin Revulsion 1, and then you had Hellish Time and then Happy Time. Happy Time increased the amount of XP you get by like 2% or something, so you're able to stack it to like 26, I think. And then everybody just had to completely use that in order to level up for everything, which is another thing too. That's another thing as well, prestiging and then leveling up. And the story dungeon was just necessary for everybody. When the prestiging first came out, I guess it came out later on after a couple of weeks or months. Everybody was completely doubting over everything that they could have done with this. I remember when I looked at this, I'm like, I don't really think prestiging is even worth it, but I was completely wrong. The XP bonuses completely just increase. I think it's like 50 or 100% extra whenever you level up. And I remember making that stupid video about prestiging, and then it gives you this warning right here. Your damage bonus and damage reduction will be reset to your player level. So if you had level 50, your stats were increased. You go back to level 1 and it just goes back to that level. Story quests, oh man, just remember that. You go to death and then you just see the level differences right here. 56, recommended player level 28. You go all the way to 11 and it's 50, and it just doesn't feel like that at all, even though if you're prestiged. Pretty sure it all starts at chapter 6. No, it starts at chapter 7. Wild Ride to Popularity. The item level that you should use is level 78, but that's just, well. And then everybody was just making all these memes like, oh, going to this, you had to just play for at least like 30 or 40 minutes just to defeat like one enemy. Remember when Fearless first did that? It was just hilarious. And then after prestiging or going up to level 40 with good gear, you were able to go to at least like chapter 5 or 6, whatever. And then the Goblin Leader was a complete pain, and then you had to get this stupid thing from him. I don't even remember what was it. But it was really fun. Really fun. Especially this one. Rare.net. Yeah, no. Leveling up was just a complete pain. And that's another thing as well. Just the people in this community. I'm pretty sure there's a club about it. Let me see. Happy Dungeons. Ah, yes. I remember all these people. Apparently there's some guy named Plasma PH2O, or I don't even remember his name. But if you were to get mad at him, he would just ban you or threaten you or something. I don't know what happened. But people in that dungeon and people in general, when this first came out, I think it was only like these. And I remember having to play B46 because it was just something that you would get called a Rueful Sword. You had a chance to get it, and then you evolve it, you get Flames, Wind, Ice, Froze, I don't even know what is it called. Then Flash of Condemnation, which is just any buff that's raised up to level 10. So it's just completely, well, you just can't attain it anywhere, so whatever. Yep, Man-Eater level 10, Blizzard, anything else? No. Then you have these sets right here which came for events, which I will like ask for later on. But people tend to just, after this one, this came, which wasn't really popular to me. I didn't really see that many people being like so worked up about this. And another thing as well is I noticed that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 deadly sins, I guess. And then this dungeon came out. Nobody was able to do it except for the people that prestige once or twice 2 was pretty much just the thing that you were able to do it by yourself, and I did that before. But one thing that just pissed me off about this is that there were so many people that would get carried in this dungeon, or at least beat this one, but then people would be in public lobbies waiting for a prestige person to carry them. And it was so annoying because you would be in a lobby and you'd be like, oh, I found some people. And then they would instantly ready and they're like under level 20. I don't know why is that even allowed. I mean, I guess it should, but still, it's just, why? If you don't want to level up, then what's the point of you even playing this game? Because you're going to have to eventually do this yourself. You just can't have somebody carry you for this. And I did get carried, alright? Once, by a couple of people. One was Meikaru, thank you. Another one was Speedy Demon, I'm pretty sure. I forgot his name, I don't know. And then if I go to, let me see, it was looking for groups, view history. Very good person, Happy Crusher 1 year ago. If you're not on Wi-Fi, let's play B81. Free carry, buffs, no McDonald's Wi-Fi, really nice guy. Pretty sure he was Prestige 13, which was the max, but you're able to go up to like Prestige 50, but it doesn't change anything. Having to do this was just such a pain, and then you had the exclusive items that you were able to get. One was a helmet, I think. Another one was a shield, which I think I have. No, that's not it. It was something else. Let me see. Disaster shield, this one. I don't remember getting this one. I don't know what is that. And then these were just special items that you were able to get. I'm pretty sure there's a helmet. No, well, I said that there was a helmet. I just can't really find it anywhere. But, oh, well, that's just that right there. And then Deity Protection came out, and all of this just was required, having to get everything else ready. But still, if you're still doing this, I don't know what are you doing. I guess you're just playing. If you're bored, that's fine. But if you're just still waiting for somebody to carry you, I don't know what is wrong with you. And then the last Infinite Dungeon came out. That was, I don't know. It's nearly impossible for me. And now moving back to the event quests, really nice. Now right there you have a timer, 106 days. I'm pretty sure that's when the game is going to completely shut down. So you have like about more than 3 months, so just do whatever you can until then. And you have these wallpapers, which are just completely nice. I don't know how are they able to make like it like this, but then the game is just, yeah. The animations for the game is beautiful. Yeah. Right here you're able to do insane, really insane, ice, lightning, wind, whatever you want to do. But having this done for the events was just a key to make yourself a prestige. Because I remember when I ran out of membership, I had to use this event right here, and you were able to play without membership, which was a good thing Toy Logic did. And I prestige from there, and for some reason, the aspect ratio was 4:3, or I don't know what was it. Instead of 16:9 for a full screen, it was just, I don't know what was it. It made no sense. But prestiging took a long time, and then after doing that, oh, it was just satisfying. And then that stupid video came out. Oh man, it was there. That also reminds me, oh man, I'm pretty sure this is prestige 6, 7? I don't know. The stars determine how many prestiges you have in sets of 3. So like 1, 2, 3, that made 1 star. 4, 5, 6, that made 6. So I guess this is prestige. Oh, this is prestige 6. And then you got Josh, who was like, oh man, I am so high in levels. But the funny thing was that any single time where we would go into a story quest, infinite dungeon, or an event quest, he'd be the first one to die. And believe it or not, when that Goblin one first came out, when me and Rito played this a lot, completely insta-kill him and Josh would have to be completely carried. And then he decided to take the time to do all these events at once. And then I had to be gone for a little bit because my parents were just completely annoying. He ended up just completely surpassing everybody. Completely. I just hope I don't fall into saying that word like Leafy did with literally, oh man. The event's worth it, happy time with it, instantly level up all the way, just getting like 400,000 XP every single level, and then you had to like do an estimate of math. Another thing, the music. Oh boy, the music. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything because the music here is nice. Really nice. You just hear yourself the dun 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 dun. Really nice, and making that meme video, I don't know what was wrong with me. Now for the downsides of this game, one thing was connection. Loading it to any lobby, I'll do it right now, I guess. Let me see. B81, alright, let's see right here. Strike Force. commenting, whatever. This really didn't even do anything. I don't know why. Character settings, yeah. And then you have that bar right there. Those 3 green bars. I don't know why isn't it 4, but whatever. Whenever you would like load into a game, it would show that that person would have a yellow bar, but the yellow bar is full, or a red bar, but that red bar is full. I don't know if that had to deal with NAT connection or NAT, whatever you want to call it. But people just weren't able to connect, and when they did in the middle of the match, it would just disconnect you right away. I don't know why. That was terrible. Another bad thing that happened, I'm pretty sure it was in the item shop. There weren't any items to really just use, I guess. Super Paperclay was just a customizable thing, which I guess was worth it for me. You had to buy all this. Oh man. A bad thing that had happened was the rare metal shop. Everybody should remember this. Back then you were able to buy all the buffs, I guess, that you can want. And then you were able to buy like any type of gear. And I don't mean like this type of stuff right here. Or this as well, but it was stuff like you would have been able to buy items like the Red Dragon Lance, I guess. You were able to buy the Gala Gun, Dark Dragon's Fury, Lion's Justice, Exorcism Sword, Rejection Swan Song. Just other type of weapons that were useful for any type of class that came with an ability. But then they later just decided after Prestiging came out, you were able to get all this stuff through Prestiging with these little tokens or points. These weren't that weapons. Oh yeah, they're right here, all of these. You have right here the relics, the infernal crystals that you would get for any specific type of like awakening material. Human protection, that type of protection. Oh man, it was really nice. And I don't know what was the point of this, but I guess it would just make you look cool. And depending on how many times you prestige, that will determine how many insanity points you would get. But I feel like if the game had its downfall when it did the rare metal shop change, because they removed this and then went back to this. So you were pretty much forced to keep playing and leveling up in order to get what you wanted. And some people would just end up getting something that really wasn't that good. Like I guess Bleeding Gale Fang for once. Some people would get Dragon Quake, Spear Swan Song, which wasn't that good, I guess. Comet Punisher was good. Beast Jet, I don't know. Demon Decimator, that was for humans, which I don't know why would they call it Demon Decimator. Energy Gather, I'm pretty sure this wasn't a good ability. Oh man. And one thing I feel like what could have been better, if they were aiming to make more money, couldn't it have been simpler instead of using rare metals, you could use jewels? And I don't mean like using the jewels to buy that, obviously. But if they really wanted to be making money, they could have used the jewels to buy the rare metals in order to buy whatever they wanted in the shop. I guess it was pretty much just like a little rig scam. I don't know what you want to call it. But having this right now, no one would do this except for consumables or minions. That had a downfall right there. Happy cards wasn't worth it, pretty much. Login bonuses were nice. The orders, I didn't really use this that much because it wasn't really anything that was good for me except for the free passes and the times that you would get. Other than that, this was pretty much fine. The encyclopedia was nice to know all of this information about every single item in the game. Currently, there's 2,614, I guess. But these are the ones that are found. There's still some that are hidden within the campaign, but I don't know. But one thing that people were just suggesting to Toy Logic, but they never did, was that we needed an encyclopedia for the minions to know where we will get them instead of having to go to the club looking for a post to get these types of items. But no, you just had to do that instead, so I don't know what was that. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for this video. So I guess this is it for Happy Dungeons. 106 days remaining, I guess 3 and something amount of months, so this is goodbye for now. But overall, the game was a complete good time for me. And for everybody else who knew how to play the game, instead for people that just spammed in the infinite dungeon and did nothing but wait until they could get someone to carry them. And they're still doing it today. I don't know why. Just stop playing the game. But for ratings, I am not a critic. I'm not a reviewer, whatever you want to call me. But for me, for this game, out of 5, I would say this would be a 4. Because, you know, the connection-wise, the stuff, the money, whatever. But this game is really nice. Doing all the events, the infinite dungeons, the campaign, getting all the gear, which my character looks completely stupid. Prestiging, whatever. Josh being trash, nice. Transformers. So, farewell, Happy Dungeons. Good luck. So, farewell, Happy Dungeons. Alright, Toy Logic, whatever you have next, just go ahead and make sure you don't mess it up. Alright, that's really nice. Play Happy Wars. Nah.